Okay. Nqobile Khumalo, 7 times Mr. Physique. I've been chosen 3 times to go represent South Africa abroad, in Canada, in Dubai, and also in Las Vegas. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
basically that's
Yeah,
almost
very interesting, man. We have seen that, when we approached you and, look at your profile, you're someone who is dealing with a lot of people. I just want you to tell me about, the inspiration, of you going into fitness and, working around people. Where does that start?
Okay. Basically, I started from the age of 12 because it was something that was being done from endlini. So we always had weights from endlini, from Ekai. So from training endlini to being an athlete, and then I developed from being an athlete, and then I started my own gym. So now I'm basically running two gyms, one in Protea and then one in Dobsonville. Yes.
Yeah. So we had a conversation, before we went live, right here, that you are a CEO of both gyms,
Yeah, that's
right? So how do you handle that, and how do you go about with your days of making sure that operation are running from this gym to the next gym?
Trust me, it's not easy. It's not easy. You need to have trusted people. You need to have faith in people. People always make mistakes, but you also need to have love for what you're doing, because what is important is you need to have love for what you're doing and love people.
Yeah.
You're not gonna prosper in that field if you can't love people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we come in different challenges, so you need to humble yourself and always.
Yeah. Very interesting, man. So because, we brought you here, to share some fitness tips with us. And for the people who are watching at home, they would like, to know the benefits, man. What are the benefits of, getting into fitness and just working out each and every day?
That question is very tricky.
Yeah.
Because of now you'll find a lot of males and females that go into fitness without having full information. One can be ambassador of fitness. One can inspire through music. One can, one can also be a sales rep for fitness. So fitness, when you touch base fitness, you're touching a lot of aspects of fitness.
Yeah.
So it's very broad. So you can find that a lot of athletes or a lot of females and males that enter into the fitness industry, they're just doing it for building muscles and just keeping fit.
Yeah.
But there's also benefits, big benefits that you can get.
Yeah.
Especially when you compete, when you do your competitions, attend competitions, attend workshops. We were fortunate that we had my late coach Claude Moloto Maposa. He was also one of the coach that also groomed me to show me how fitness is abroad. And the benefits of it. When you compete, you don't just train ukambe mamoli, or ukambe kasi and then push ifuba and so forth. You understand? Because to maintain fitness is expensive. The first thing that we need to understand.
Okay.
It's very expensive. So you also need to plan around that to keep that fitness goal or the fitness physique that you have. Against the demand, it needs to generate income for you. So if it doesn't generate income, it becomes a challenge to you to maintain it.
Yeah. So from hearing you saying maintaining fitness is very expensive. So for someone, who cares about, their health and their fitness, can you just take me through what do you mean by saying, maintaining, fitness is expensive?
Okay. Currently, we have noticed with my team that these days what we are being fed is GMO food. And GMO food, it's food without seed. So they are feeding us seedless grapes. They are feeding us, you can't get a watermelon from January to December. It's impossible.
Wow.
You understand? So there's a lot of things that are happening now that a lot of people are not aware of, that is happening. We're not saying they're at fault because of, remember, the demand, it's us. We understand that the ones that are buying. So if they are having, the market is having a lot of demand, so therefore they need to find other ways. So that's why now they are feeding us the lab food. That's what we call it, the lab food. So now why do I say fitness is expensive? Because of now you need to identify the food that you eat. You can say I'm healthy because I'm eating veggies on a daily basis, but now they have tempted it with those veggies now these days. They are forcing farmers to GMO food. So yeah, you need to find. I'm very much happy to see development within Soweto. There's a guy that just opened a organic shop la elentuzane ezondi emfulo. And then we also have Unhlanhla that is also la ngasekhaya ekhaya center, that is also aware of what is happening, is providing organic food for the people. So if it's ngabambana sonke, and then including the market, because it becomes very hard to get organic food these days, unless you uzitshalela wena kwakho, from the soil to the pot and to the stomach.
So what I'm getting here, because by my understanding of GMO, it's genetic modified foods, right? So as much as you guys nhlangana and making yourself aware of these modified foods, how do you then spread awareness to someone ongazi, who want to get into the world of fitness? How do you guys go about spreading awareness onto those people?
Right now, like I'm saying, the second gym that I have, it's a development gym that we have moved from Dobsonville and branch out to Elentuzane Protea. So within the space that we have, we're still developing it. But when it comes to awareness and workshops and things like that, personally, we haven't stepped into that path yet. Reason being the new relocation, and us branching out because of the space. We need to implement some certain weights and then hire some certain people and so forth. So we haven't went that far yet, but we're not stingy when it comes to information and giving people information. So we are fortunate when you're training with us, because we also advise in that to say, no, be aware of 1, 2, 3, be aware of 1, 2, 3. So you'll find most of our members, they bulge here. And then they will ask us, I've been training in these corporate gyms, but nothing is happening. It's not you training. You also need to, it needs to be balanced. With the food that you eat, you also need to be aware of it. Yes.
Okay. So in terms of the information that you provide to your clients, is it exclusive information, or information that your gym that provides I can also get into I can get on the internet, or you guys have your own information that is strictly generated from your own gym and your company and given to people, or it's information that is out there?
Trust me, you can Google it now. There's a group within the social media page, which is called Abantu. Yes.
Okay.
Meaning people. Yes. Yitabantu. You understand? So now, if you're gonna follow that page, it talks broadly about as Abantu sisukelaphi, and it guides us as people. It's not just us training as people, we also need to be aware of our clothes, our way of doing things, our rituals, a lot of things, you know. And I also have a mentor that I also, Steve Mululu from Sunning Hill, that is also, I call him my father. So he also keep me intact.
Yeah, definitely. So in terms of the success stories, can you share some story where your client came to the gym and they have achieved their fitness goals? Has that ever happened in your gym?
Yeah, look, we have touched so many lives, because the gym in Dobsonville, the one emva Pick and Pay, there's the all about umthombo wolwazi Pick and Pay. Around behind the Pick and Pay. We have run that gym for 9 years. We are going for a 10-year this year. We have been having amazing stories. Like we have been training about Gogo, whereby you find with Gogo, she couldn't do this and that, you know. We trained them a program. We had a program called the Boxing Grannies. That we piloted it from a Cosmo with my late coach Ucloth. That program, it was very huge, whereby you'll find people from all around the world coming into the program, supporting the program. We even had guys from South African Heroes that came and filmed the program and selected it as one of the programs that they are touched by it, for us to even go ahead with it, you know, to run with the program. So we recently had a lady that was diagnosed with asthma, not ulcer, asthma. So she used to use a spray. So when she came to the gym, she would train for 10-15 minutes, and then she needs to go out and catch a breath, you know. And then we trained her for 3 months. And then when she went back to check asthma, they told her to asthma myself. So I was amazed and I was shocked. You understand? To say, when you studied and understand, asthma does not go away. They will tell you, when you have asthma for life. You'll keep on taking medications, that spray, and also for life. We understand. But when she came with those news, I was shocked. I was really shocked. And it's not only her. There's a lot of them that we have touched, including in Cosmo. We have touched a lot of senior citizens Nalapo, whereby there's a lady that was having a high blood. And then you know, we have touched so many lives, and we're still gonna continue.
Definitely, man. That's why we have you right here, you know, to share your story, so that abantu bagwazi, you know, what your gym can actually offer to people. And I'm also hearing you, Guti, sometimes, you know, there are people with different health conditions that come to your gym, and you guys can help those people eradicate those conditions. So in terms of dealing with health protocols, do you guys operate under, you know, do you have a license to operate abantu, you know, health conditions?
Okay. We are licensed to operate with abantu health conditions. Even though when it comes to dealing with a person on a condition, we also give them indemnity form. We understand, to say, okay, as we are training you and we are having this health issue, at least we understand that at least we need to have someone close by that's gonna that we can call within our site, that's gonna come and assist. We understand that we are registered, the gym is registered, we have tax number and so forth. So we do our returns.
You're legitimate.
We are not the fly by night. So we don't we don't operate like that.
Interesting. interesting thing to hear, man. Before we take a short break, so for someone who's watching and listening, can you just, give us a brief of umuntu the first time coming into your gym? What's the process? What is it that they need to do?
Okay. The first thing, we sign you up, obviously. Then we need to take you through our equipment. But before we also take you through our equipment, when you sign up, we need to engage. You understand? And then you need to tell us prior to say, no, mina ngumuntu onenkinga yamadolo. So lately we have been having members that are having a problem in Mandol. And I don't know what Puma, but I think I know. Not think, I believe I know. You understand? Yeah. So most share that challenge that you have, and then we're gonna schedule a program that will fit. We understand that the kind of condition that you have. And remember, not all conditions they are meant to mele usdodos. You understand? Some conditions they lead to muscle tissue. You understand? So the old muscle tissue is the one that is telling you usalimele. You understand? And remember, Umzimba is it's an amazing universe. It's a universe on its own.
And so complex.
Exactly. You understand? So it can heal itself. You understand? There's nothing umzimba ongeke uzuyihile. You understand? You just need to get the right people and do the right things and eat accordingly. You understand? There's another a man that passed away, Ubaba Uselbi. He's also talking along those lines to say, when you eat right, you understand, when you were born, there's a certain plant that is for you. You understand, that can heal you. You understand? You just need to know which plant and which organ that you are suffering from, and then go to a certain plant that is meant for you. You understand? So as soon as you understand that concept, then you will understand, not the ones that the food that we. I'm not gonna point.
Definitely, man. Because hey, man, like you sound professional with these things. Are you sure you guys you are from Soweto?
Because from Diepkloof, I was born in Diepkloof, and then we moved from Diepkloof. My parents bought a house here at Dobsonville, Extension 4. I say USAVE, and then from USAVE, we have been growing ever since.
Hey God, sounding like we're having a conversation about things that are happening in Bryanston. Alright, but what we're gonna do right now, we're going to take a short break, and then when we come back, we're going to conclude our conversation right here with Nqobile Khumalo. So what you need to do is to use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show on the comment section to ask your questions. So let us take a quick break, and then when we come back, we continue with the conversation. Show. And as promised, we're still in conversation with Nqobile Khumalo, who is Nqobile Khumalo. Sorry about that. Nqobile Khumalo, still having a conversation right here on health and fitness. And if you want to ask any question, the hashtag to use is hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So obviously, we know that most of the people into abawarisha ngayo is the pricing and the products that you guys offer. So can you please take us through what are your pricings and how do you guys structure everything in terms of delivering the product to the people?
Okay, the first thing that we have identified, I have went as far as studying other gyms, including corporate gyms that are out there, that are existing, to check how their packages, how do they offer their packages. And then I came back with my research, then I sat down and then I was like, for a person who's unemployed, this is not gonna work for me. You understand? Let's say I wanna keep fit, I wanna train on a daily basis. But now this is not gonna work. This packages a lot of corporate gyms and including Kasi gyms, their pricing it's a bit challenging. I will say challenging. You understand? No, I won't say high. I will say it's challenging. You understand? So after studying that, and then we started from 50 Rand monthly subscription. To as much as for 9 years we've been running and people are still paying 150. You understand? So now we have developed for personal training. There was a need for personal training, and then we started to introduce packages with personal training. We know with him a trainer is very expensive. Corporate trainers, they are very much expensive. I saw this other one that was charging it was 1.4 for 4 lessons. Okay, you understand? And when I say I want to maintain fitness and you are charging me 4.4 and I'm unemployed, then where do you take
me? It's a different story.
You understand what's going to happen. So we have come to say, okay, fine. If they are charging 4.4, at least let us charge 200 Rand. You understand? 50 Rand on top. You understand? And then it becomes 200 Rand. So we have a varieties of packages and they come with different classes. Including, as I'm saying, what we have branched out now, we are in protein. We also offer swimming lessons now. We're hoping in the next few months we'll be having spinning classes and so forth.
Spinning?
Yes.
Like BM spinning?
No. That one is a sport on its own too, yes. But the spinning classes, it's for cycling. Basically. So within the room and then you start cycling.
So in terms of, clients coming and saying, but Nqobile, I've paid the 50 Rand, but I want to cancel the membership. So how do you guys deal with that? Do you guys have a way of handling that, or someone can just cancel and you give them back their money?
Okay, we don't operate on contract first. Okay, so you pay as you train. You understand? So we, along my studies again, I saw that part which it end up leaving our people into blacklist. So let's say, for example, my mother was in this corporate gym, and then she has been training and I lose umsebenzi. You understand? And then now they start to blacklist her. So now if I want to study further and go to varsity, she can't take a loan for me because of that. You understand? So now we have came up with a system to say, okay, fine, let's introduce the system whereby you pay as you train. If you don't come for training, then we're not expecting your funds. We understand. So it also goes back to you as the a customer or an athlete that is saying, I want to be committed to training, or I want to be committed to a fitness lifestyle.
Yeah.
So it also gives you a room to say, I want to be in charge of my life, you understand? To say, I'm taking this for the next 5 years, or I'm doing it for the next 10, or I'm just doing this for lifetime.
Yeah.
We understand.
Yeah.
We don't want to put you in a corner there to say, siyazi ukuthi mawujoyinile for the month sesibaleva ma 25,000 ngawe-1, you understand? No, we're not contract based.
Yeah, interesting, because there are so many misconceptions about the cancellation. Maybe when I go there, because I paid the 50 rand, I have to go and come, throughout. So in terms of operating, and since you've been in this industry for such a long time, can you please share some of the memorable moments that you've had as a fitness trainer?
Oh, hey, Baba. About the one that left me, it left me humbled when I was chosen to go represent South Africa at Vegas.
Las Vegas.
My guy.
Wow. Just walk us through the experience, man. How was it Vegas?
My
because
guy.
some of us, we don't know, man, how it feels to be in Vegas, man.
So now, from the onset, as I was competing, I was still an athlete back then. In 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
So I compete, I'm selected with 15 more guys from a federation to go and represent South Africa abroad with WBFF World Championships. So now as I go, as we selected there, I start knocking, we don't have funds.
Okay.
So I say to the federation, instead of sitting back and say, you are the federation, you need to come up with ways of how we're gonna go there and represent the country and so forth. I start knocking doors because I don't like to relax when there's a certain challenge, you understand. I also try to help and assist, you understand. So I start knocking indoors, big names that claim they support Soweto athletes. They don't support Soweto athletes. They don't support development. They support individuals that they know they're gonna benefit something from them. You understand? So now, me talking to these high names, which I'm not gonna mention, you understand? I'm talking about people that can just do this, and funds will just
pour out.
You understand? They tell me they diverted sports funds into higher institution. So my question was, how do you divert sports funds into higher institution whereby the higher institution, they have their own budget and their own funds? We understand. So it was a roller coaster. I went from councillors to councillors and so forth. And then I was touched by one lady. We understand. Councillor. She was a councillor back then. She came and then she made a difference. She donated 10K. But yet 10K was not enough. Because I needed accommodation for a week. I needed to eat. I needed the stage fee, affiliation fee for.
So when you sum it up, how much would you say you wanted for everything?
I needed plus minus 70K.
Okay.
You understand? So I got 10.
10.
From 70.
And now you need 60 on top of that.
And remember, days are close by.
We are
expecting.
Time is ticking.
So, God works in mysterious ways, in very mysterious ways. When she came through and blessed us with that amount, it opened a lot of things, whereby I managed to cover the ticket flight, the return ticket flight. And then we managed to talk with the people that side in Vegas to say no, because the only person that could make it, I was alone.
Yeah.
From the other athletes, you understand?
Yeah.
So now here am I'm having this support from Umama. So Umama is saying no, this is as much as I can offer. No? I take it with warm hands.
Yeah.
I use it. Now, when I go there, challenges start to kick in. The ticket flight that I bought, it lends me a London.
Wow.
Ne? It lends me a London. I need to connect. So in between the airports, I need to take a shuttle. And the shuttle, it's money. And I use that 10K for return ticket flight. Ngino Mandela 50 rand for 24.
Yo.
I'm going to play for the country. The country.
So what do you do in that situation?
So now I'm there. I sit bangijela ukuthi I need to connect, I need to go to from Heathrow to this other airport, I forgot the name. So I sit there by the airport, I start praying. God will never put you in a place where He knows you're not gonna come through. You're not gonna, you're not gonna strive. So now, as I'm sitting there, I'm waiting for answers. And then within the answers, I'm told to stand up and go make a phone call to my coach. Okay. So my coach is here.
Yeah.
But he's communicating with the guys in Vegas. So as I go to the booth, there's a family there. One brother and the mother, and then this kid is going somewhere. So they asked me to take them a selfie. Please kindly take us a selfie. They don't know me, we don't know each other. So I'm taking them a selfie. Right there and there, this voice said, these are the people gonna help you. So now, as I'm taking pictures, look, I'm having a situation here. And they are all excited that this young man is going overseas, I'm taking these pictures, and here am I hearing this voice. As I'm giving them the phone, then I start to tell them my story. This lady said to me, don't worry, we're gonna give you.
Wow.
You understand? Yeah. So now they gave me that amount for me to take the shuttle from one airport to another airport. Fine. So I'm like to them, don't give me money. Please go with me, buy that ticket. Yeah. You understand? Because all I need is the ticket for me to enter the shuttle. Yeah. You understand? So they said, no, we trust. Out of nowhere, like, no, we trust you. You understand? Do you know where you're going? So the lady says to the son, no, just go accompany him, go to the shuttle where the tickets are being sold. So I go with this gentleman. He's a cool guy, He's even chilled and relaxed, and here am I, I'm stressing, to say, hey, if I'm having challenge, I'm still in London. I'm having challenges in London.
Yeah.
Vegas inyofika kunjani?
Already the problems have started here. So
now, within the voice, I'm still praying. Remember, I'm still praying. Look, there's something that athletes that are doing, and especially bodybuilders. Yeah. We go on a fasting. Okay. Bodybuilders go on a fasting, but they're not gonna say it's a fasting. You understand? Because of now we are preparing for a show. So that fasting is whereby you don't eat certain food for a certain period. You don't drink water for a certain. That's fasting on its own.
Even
You
water.
understand? Yes.
Yeah.
For to have a lean muscle.
Okay.
That's fasting. So I'm in fasting basically.
Yeah.
You understand? So here am I moving from one place to another. Then I meet this driver, the bus driver, that was driving the shuttle. You know, this guy out of nowhere, we start to have a conversation. You know, he tells me, no, I came to South Africa. You know, I loved Cape Town. I've been to Cape Town only. You understand?
Yeah.
Where are you coming from? I can see the flag because I was having South African flag with me. You understand?
Yeah,
so that they can see which I'm from.
Representing
exactly.
Also, yeah.
You understand? But yet ngaphakathi kimi, I'm like le flag le.
He's letting me down.
Le flag le mfana. But then there's faith.
Yeah.
You understand? To say, God will never put me here without no reason. Something in me says turn back. Something in me says go forward.
Yeah. Continue with your journey.
So I went. This guy is like, I'm collecting Mandela notes. Out of nowhere. Says I'm collecting Mandela. I gave him my 50 rand Mandela note. We understand. For the currency. Yes, London. We understand. And that currency was more.
The euro is expensive.
You understand? That was more.
Yeah.
You understand? So I was like, hey, you know what? This is amazing. So when I left the bus, starting now to connect. Okay, fine, I connect. I get to Vegas. I'm expecting people to meet me. Mfana, ukhala, khali echo, yazi echo le yama ile because I say airport. The next flight, what? There's no one.
No one is there for you to accompany you.
No one. Even the people that that are hosting. They didn't even send no one. Yet they said no. They are willing to assist. They will be there to assist and so forth. I'm expecting people. No one.
No one was there for you.
So now I look at my my invitation form. As I'm looking at my invitation form, they wrote that we need to meet at a certain hotel. It's a 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
So I go to this other lady and then I ask her, Madam, do you know where this hotel? And then she's like, yeah, no, it's not far from here. Can I walk? At no ways.
You can't.
Yeah. You need to take a shuttle. Okay, how much is the shuttle? Angele in dollars. So okay, in pounds, can I go there? And is it possible? And then she says, no, it's fine. It's possible. You will even have change out of that. You understand? Then I buy the ticket to go to the hotel. I get to the hotel.
Yeah, man, it's very, very interesting and inspiring, man, because I know that we can sit here and discuss the details of what happened. But
it was way challenging, man. Challenging.
Time is not on our side. Can you just tell us about the vision and the mission in shortly, in closing, vision and the mission of your gym?
Okay, the vision and mission of the gym basically is to assist as much as possible. That's strictly simple and
right.
To assist as much as possible because we also have spiritual people and we are also awake.
Yeah.
So those who are awake, the problem that we have also noticed is that when you are spiritual gifted, you will find which bazok advisor gutambo to us, and that's not always the case.
Wow.
You understand? So you need guidance.
Proper guidance.
Yes, you just need guidance because there are people that are above you that knows about your gift. As black people, we have powers.
Yeah.
And within those powers they have been blocked.
Yeah.
By some certain elements that we live with on a daily basis. Once you become awake and you start removing those elements, then you will know the real you, who are you, and what's your purpose in life.
Very deep, very deep. And then the last fun and light-hearted question is, if you could train any celebrity or historical figure, who would it be and why?
I have trained so many celebrities already.
Can you just name 2 for us?
Brigado.
Okay.
I've trained Brigado. I've also trained Otsakane, that was also selected as Miss Mamelodi Sundowns.
Wow.
As I've trained Ubusi, that was selected by USN. I've trained and also she was running as Miss South Africa.
Miss South Africa.
Yeah,
wow.
I've trained Ucheki from Guchimali.
Okay.
And we've also trained with Bimbo.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Now we in discussion with Nqobile Khumalo that she also wants to be on board. So I've tried. There's a
I know that the list will go on.
Yes, there's a number of them.
Yeah, but definitely, to someone who is watching, they will get that information, and you're going to share it the next time when we have you right here. So, for someone who is watching, where can they get you, and how they can reach out to you?
Okay, they can get to me with my numbers. They can contact me, the office, 081 244 2310.
Can you repeat that again?
081 244 2310.
Okay.
Okay, they can go to our Facebook page, A-Team TTA Gym, or they can also go to our TikTok, A-Team TTA Gym, and also on Instagram.
Yeah, Mr. Nqobile, thank you so much, man, for being here with us, and we hope to have you next time to share, much information, and also to have some collaboration, because you know that a lot of people have misconception when it comes to fitness and training, and it's people like you who bring light to us and information that we can have. So thank you so much. That was Nqobile Khumalo, our fitness and trainer right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show.